Tom is our first speaker here today. He's going to say a few words, speak for about 5 to 7 minutes. So Tom is also a board member with CareerSource Tampa Bay. Please give a round of applause to Tom Aderhold.
Actually, Doug left off a very important part of what I do, and that is this year, actually latter part of last year, CareerSource started a brand new task force committee oriented towards youth and young adults. You are guinea pigs. You are the first class, and you're going to be guinea pigs for what we are beginning as a year-round program. Right now, you're in what's known as the Summer Job Connections, but it's going to be expanded to a year-round development pipeline machine. Your cogs. Actually, you can be stellar performers if you want to. You can be stars. Remember that superhero, the inner superhero? You're going to be it. So before I get started on prepared remarks, I was told that there are a few in the audience that were here in our last Summer Job Connection. Raise your hand. Stand up if you were here in this program last year. Please stand. Very good. Now, while you're standing, walk forward. Come right up here. We're going to get your beautiful picture. Come on up. You are alumni. You're going to lead the rest of everybody here in what follows. Come on up. And when you come up, the tall dudes in the back or girls in the back and shorter ones in the front, we've got to have a fairly tight picture. Your mugs are going to be everywhere. It's going to go viral. Unfortunately, we can't see the smiles through those masks. I love the day when we get these things off. Is the camera crew, are you good with the shot? You know that light's my face. I really can't see you. Stomp twice if you're good. Very good. All righty. Thank you very much for coming up. You can go back to your seats now. I think I said good morning, everyone. If not, I just did again. Let's talk about how your talent can meet opportunity. We began with 4 things. This microphone that I have on, I love microphones. An audience of young adults, which we have here. A desire for you to succeed in your life and career. And 58 years of living proof that your future is in your hands and no one else's. I'm the 58, I'm far older than 58, but for 58, my career spanned. Above all, believe in yourself and your inner superhero. Have a good heart, be curious, never stop learning, and always ask how you can be better. That is, how to get the job that continues to build your career and future. Always be the best at whatever you do, because every job is important. I have worked with many people over my career, adults and youth, mostly adults. I gain immense respect for every job. I don't care what it is. There's more to it, and you realize people's identity are wrapped up in what they do for a living. And if you ever want to, I used to interview a lot of people, no matter what their jobs were. And I had a difficult time once I started to get them to talk about what they do, and really it makes no difference what they did. They are so proud of what they do. Sometimes I had to say, all right, I've heard enough, be quiet a while. We'll continue when we have more time. But be proud of what you do. If you do these things, you'll be presented with opportunities and meet angels when you least expect them, who will open doors and point the way. I met my first angel, which is an individual who unexpectedly tells me something that I didn't know and introduces me to something I had no awareness of, and it made a huge difference in my life and my career. Those angels are out there waiting for you. As long as you have that good heart and that positive quality, they will present themselves. The first one presented himself to me, probably when I was 21 years old. It radically changed my career path, radically. The last angel occurred literally last Thursday. He offered an opportunity to launch and continue to launch a huge project that we're building for our Veteran Memorial Park out on 301. And for all of you, it's the Military Learning Center of Tampa Bay. Angels are out there. Have your heart and mind open to them. Now, speaking of opportunities, the one that begins today will be huge for you. They open the doors to the world of work and its many experiences and paths for your lifelong career, lifelong. You know them, and they're on the sheet in front of you, as paid work experience, career exploration, and the Young Leaders of Tomorrow Academy. Those are powerful tools for you. Soak up every ounce of knowledge, keep it in a safe place, and use it beginning today and over the next 40 years. I said 40 years. What you're going to get in the next week, or 6 weeks to 8 weeks, is going to be invaluable throughout your entire life. Do not lose it. Do not lose it. Set it aside and refer to it as you need, and you're going to go back to it many times. But you know, I envy you because I did not have them available when I was your age. Instead, I only knew that I did not want to work in a paper pulp mill like many people in my hometown. How many people have ever heard of a pulp mill? Paper pulp mill. It's the stinkiest place you'll ever find. I think Doug held his hand up. But they process wood to make paper. The paper that you have in front of you it is manufactured and made available to printers by huge facilities that do nothing other than chew up wood and make paper out of it that you have before you. I had no knowledge of jobs other than what my family had or talked about. That's sometimes called career exploration that you're going to enjoy over the next couple of weeks. So to really appreciate the power of career exploration, a quiz is in order now. I challenge you, each of you, to think of the titles or names of 25 different jobs. And I don't mean 25 the same job. I mean 25 different jobs. And I'm going to ask you for them in a few minutes. The bigger question is how many are in our world of work. When you hear the term world of work, it is the entire labor market throughout the entire nation. That is our world of work. We'll come back to these key numbers in a few minutes. However, when I left school, not knowing any more than about 10 jobs, I hoped that electronics would be a path of the future but had no idea on how to make it happen. So I told the U.S. Army recruiters, sign me up for electronics. Now remember that was in the year 1962, long before the invention of the electronic gadgets that we have today. Now, today, looking back, I realize that the organized summer job connections tracks that you have before you are like the random luck and opportunities that made a huge difference for me over the past 58 years. So lucky you. Your jobs and career launch will be supercharged. So put everything you have into this experience and material you're going to walk out with and the knowledge. Interestingly, the Army was my first employer, and it provided paid work experience, remember that term, job training, apprenticeship, tuition assistance, all in one package. And I ask you, please, when you go to work, ask your employer what are those benefits that they make available to you. They are powerful as your perks for working for a particular company. Some will offer one, some will offer none, some may offer more than I just listed. Take advantage of them, please. In fact, I've gone through several academic programs. I hold degrees in 3 areas, and they were all paid by the employer. Yes, paid for by the employer. Your dreams are born from what you see, hear, and know. So grow your knowledge of what our world of work is offering you. There are no real limits. If you want, today you can reach for the stars. But yesterday, reaching for the moon was a lofty goal. Yes, I even worked my way up to the team that put our astronauts on the moon. So you can be a star in one of Tampa Bay's major workforce sectors. And before I read these, there are 6 major sectors in our Tampa Bay workforce. You can plug into any of these at any time and go up the ladder any way you choose to aspire. But please remember, I'm only going to read 6 names, clusters, but in each of those clusters, remember the job titles I asked you, just come up with 25 of them, and I challenge anybody, I've asked this a million times, and I've yet to get anybody that can list over 10. However, in these sectors in our local labor market, each of these sectors employ thousands and tens of thousands of people, and their different job titles and names, anywhere from 100 to 200, 250 per sector. So there are a lot of opportunities out there for you. So they are transportation and trades, manufacturing and logistics, hospitality, tourism and retail, finance and professional services, information technology, healthcare and life sciences. And you notice there are no pulp mills in that list. No matter what sector or where your star is in it, your superhero star will shine the brightest when you focus, when you have focus, education, and positive qualities. By the way, education comes in many forms and depends on what is best for your career path. And remember, this is the pressure on you. I'm going to shift it to you now. And remember, you are our future collectively. No pressure, but we are counting on you to help us develop the future talent pipeline for our economy and community. For truly, you will be the talent that meets opportunity. Now let's see how you did on the quiz. I want a show of hands who listed 25 different job titles. Do I see a hand anywhere? Somebody speak up. I see one in the back. You either got lucky or you repeated half of the list. Somebody, where was somebody else? Oh, he's staff. He read the book. Another one over here. Oh, very good. Very pleased. How many got no more than 10? You had to have gotten 10. A lot more hands went up. Very good. Now, the big question, thank you. The big question is, how many job titles, different distinct jobs exist in our national economy or our workforce? Does anybody think it's 5,000? I'm blocking the light. Put your hand up if you think it's 5,000. I don't see any. Hands up. 1? Oh, very good. Now, the same guy again. He read the book. All right, anybody who thinks there are 10,000, raise your hand. I see a couple more hands going up, a few more hands. Thank you. Anybody think it's 15,000? Raise your hand. Now, I'm not talking total jobs now. I'm talking titles of jobs. A few more. Very good. The actual number is a little over 19,000 distinct jobs throughout our national economy. So what that means is that there are a lot of career opportunities for you. Go explore them, take the time through career exploration and find out what they are. So, now for some irony. Remember the pulp mill where I did not want to work? Well, 20 years later, and this can be true for everybody in this room, 20 years later and equipped with a lot of education, experience, and credentials, I was hired to troubleshoot and correct the largest pulp mill in the country's major problems. I was asked to simply go in and find everything wrong with that place and come back and put the corrective steps in motion. So you never know what path your career will take, but you have to be out there driving it at all times. So it must be true that talent meets opportunity. I want to thank the many employers that made this possible, that are going to offer you opportunities to begin your journey of a lifetime. And I don't know if you know how many employers signed up to give you opportunities to work in their workplaces. There was over 140 of them, a wide range of job opportunities for you. And a huge round of applause, wait until I finish this, for our Career Source staff who do far, far more than meet the eye. They handle all of our workforce support programs throughout the year and recently began this summer job connection, which is so successful that the year-round youth and young adult development initiative was launched to build and nurture our talent pipeline for tomorrow's evolving workforce. And you don't know how much you love them right now, but I'd love for you to give everybody applause to our staff. Without our staff, you wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be here. They do yeoman's work. That's a Navy term for outstanding work. Now, questions, comment, observations. I'm open to anything that comes up, please. Do I have a note? Speak up because I really can't see you out there. Somebody repeat that, please. I'll repeat it if I can get it to my ears. What? Yeah, Doug and some other people will cover that for you. Well, listen, you're starting a journey that's going to reap rewards for you your entire life. So I applaud you for being here and dig in. Thank you very much. Take care.